YouTube, Original Dark Mew here. Today I thought I'd be sharing a very interesting true story of my 16th birthday, where I got to witness a hostage situation be dealt with. So yeah. Alright, what you're seeing right here is my street, basically. Just get a different brush so you can actually see what I'm pointing. Anyway, this is my street right here. It kind of curves off into two different things that go the same road, and the school's over here. My house is... one second. My house, I said red, is right here. And there's like another house right here. And there's like three more here. Just making shapes, I guess. And then where the hostage situation took place here. So the story goes, I basically was my birthday and we forgot to get shit from a cake to celebrate, right? So we at the time my ex-stepdad was actually still in the picture. Fucking asswipe. Anyway, so we left. That day I woke up, we went to go get stuff for cake. We went that way and left the damn thing, the neighborhood. And we got the cake. We got on our way back, my ex-stepdad actually said that we thought he was joking too, that they had blocked off the road right here with cop cars. And he said that he saw cops carrying a camera down the sidewalk right there, right? And turns out later that it wasn't a damn camera. He must have been drunk or something, because it was a fucking assault rifle. And so when we got back, we had to park our car right about there. And we had to literally walk back to the house. And our neighbor John has a bunch of police buddies, and so we went over to him and asked what was going on. They explained that this guy had a warrant, right? He was basically a drug dealer. And it sounds really bad, but the guy was like nice as hell. But or it seemed like it. So he filled us in, and over the course of the next few hours, we would be hanging out. More of our neighbors would get home. We had one across the street here, and they had like this giant rock here, right? That'll come to play in a minute. But over the next few hours that day, more and more cops were showing up. Eventually, they had a SWAT tank block one side of the driveway. And, you know, by then, everybody was out of their houses just cracking open cokes and watching the shit go down. And by that time, they had already tossed the guy's cell phone. He came out, got it, and ran back inside, right? Like a hostage situation is normally dealt with. So, a few more hours passed after that. We were all hanging out, and we had to, when the officers came out, and they explained, you know, if it was my neighborhood, I'd be watching too, but we don't know if this guy's armed or what. So he advised us to at least take cover, and so we take cover behind this giant-ass rock. It's like a really thin, huge rock that's just in the ground there. It's sticking out of it like a slab or something. Anyway, so eventually the National Guard pulled up here, and like a clown car, 10 troops got out and started to assess the situation here. And by then it was getting dark, and they started putting up these lights all around, so you know he couldn't slip out the back or anything. And the whole place was lit up. You could have swore it was daytime. So all that passed out. They had one attempt a little bit later that night where they actually tried to shoot tear gas in the front window. That didn't work. It just pissed the guy off. About every 15 minutes, they would say, "This is your last warning, come out, or we're going to breach the premises, come out," you know, all that shit when he was not picking up the phone. So, they tried it a second time at about, like, literally 3 a.m., and they shot through both the front and back window. And the guy came rushing out, all the way to his little, to the street. And they shot him with beanbag bullets. You could hear the gunfire. It was just 3 shots. And the guy just fucking looked down, because he was so freaking huge, and looked back up like that tickled. And it took 10 officers to take him down. So after all of this drama, after all of it was done, it turns out they weren't hostages at all. They were just his friends that happened to be staying there. So this could have been very dangerous, but luckily nobody was hurt. The guy took into custody, everything else, and basically I got my own episode of Cops on my 16th birthday. So it was pretty freaking exciting, and it was, by then it was 3 a.m., so we just called it at night, and I just celebrated the next day, so that's pretty much the story. Now, I don't live in a bad neighborhood or anything. Shit like this rarely happens, but when it happens, it goes down. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the story. It's completely 100% true. Don't do drugs. See you guys later. Leave a like.